Hi guys, today I want to bring you with me to show you what I have in my 3-tier cart. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. In here I like to talk anything that has to do with homeschool, sprinkle a little bit of motherhood and lifestyle here and there. Today I want to bring you with me to show you what I have in my 3-tier cart. In here I just have all my student books, all the books that my kid is using. This is what I have in here. The past year, what I have in my 3-tier cart were actually my teacher guides, but I decided to switch things this year. Because if you're new, I am a single mom, I work outside, and I thought it was going to be easy. I do have car schooling and we do have homeschool here at home. And when I have those periods of breaks, it's easy for me to just grab the books here from the 3-tier cart than for me to just start opening drawers. I think it was going to be easier as well. If he needed to find something, it was going to be easier to have it here in my 3-tier cart than start just looking around. Obviously, not everything is going to fit in here. It's not going to be everything. There's other materials that we use that are in different places, like in our bookshelf. But the majority of the things that we use and the things that I need to grab fast, especially when I am working, because again, I work outside, is here in this cart. So I would like to switch the camera and show you guys what I have in here. Okay, you guys, so I hope you guys can see this well, but in here I have his Prayer and Promises for Boys. This is a book that we use every morning. It's a devotional, and it's as well a character study. And I have it in here. Is Prayers and Promises for Boys. Is a book that we usually use with the Bible Made Easy. So once we do the Bible Made Easy, we go towards the Prayers and Promises for Boys, and after that we do the card Key Truth, and this is coming from More Than Words. This card, we still use these cards and we just review them, the Key Truth. We review those Key Truth, and it's been very helpful and very important for us, so we continue doing it. So that's how we work that. Let me just add this in here. As well, I have in here, and I probably have to take this off. This is something that I purchased at the dollar store. This is the Story of David, big book of stickers. It's a book that he enjoys. We have a few in here that we are going to be continue doing. But so far, we're doing this book. It's a really good book. It comes with a sticker, a bunch of stickers. They can complete the story using the stickers. If you notice in here, I don't know if you guys can appreciate that. And it's a book that he really enjoys. I'm actually going to take this out now. We just finished it a few days ago. I have in here the tablet because we use the tablet for all about reading. He does the phonograms. We use the phonogram app as well. We use the magnetic tiles. And you will see eventually how I work here, how I do things. It's very important for us to have this tablet in there because it's going to allow us, so when we need to use the app, we can use the app, or when we need to use the tiles, we can use the tiles. Sometimes I use both the same day. If I see or I think that he is still missing something with the program, like let's say he's not understanding very well a phonogram, I like to use the tiles because he's actually using all his motions, so to speak. He can just stand up, move with his finger, and just doing that make him have a little bit more of concentration. Not that he cannot concentrate when he's using the app, but I noticed that it's just there's a benefit from using the magnetic tiles as well. Okay, so I have the tablet in here. I have our Bible Key Truth in here as well. We have the binder. This binder, I use it for his, and let me just take this out. I use it for All About Reading. It's his binder from All About Reading. And if you notice, it has some of the games there, the activities as well. It has the words that he has to be practicing. it has as well his stickers. It has more stickers. He's reading. He's all about reading a progress chart in here. And I just like to use these stickies when I am just working on something in a specific, or I think that he needs to work with those words. Sometimes I just review the words. I go zigzagging with the words, and that's how I like to do it. I work with exactly with the lesson that he needs to be working, the words that he needs to be working with that lesson. But sometimes I just like to spin things and just get him working with the words that he used to work before. I don't know if I am explaining that correct, if you understand, but I just like to switch things every now and then just to make sure that he's in fact understanding what we are talking about. Okay, so here as well I have my teacher guide from All About Reading. And yes, while it is the teacher guide, I know I told you guys that here in the 3-tier card, I just have the student books. I am having this teacher guide in here because sometimes I actually let him see some of the stuff that is in here in the teacher guide. I like to have him look sometimes at my teacher guide, especially if we're in the car. Sometimes I cannot take things fast, so I just go ahead and let him look here in the teacher guide, and I like to have it here as well. I like to have it in here because here when we are at home, I like to show him sometimes the teacher guide and tell him, look, this is the words that we're going to be doing. I am just getting you ready, just so you know and have an idea. Sometimes I have him looking for the words instead of me doing it, just to help him to work as well with that and creating some independence. Okay, and here I have All About Spelling. I have All About Homophones. It's the same. I do the same with All About Spelling, depend on the lesson. If I see that he's not understanding something, then I go straight to the book and show him from the book. I have All About Homophones. I have the level 4, even though we haven't started yet, but eventually we're going to be working with that, so I have it ready already here. I have the student packet here. I have first language lessons for the well-trained mind. This is grammar. We are using currently Fix It grammar, but I have this grammar in here because it goes more towards the auditory side. I have a video explaining that and the differences as well, but that is the reason why I have this in here. It's because of that. It's because I want him to be able to just review those definitions, and it has poetry, so it has a variety in this book. We eventually are going to start using it again, so that is the reason why I keep it here. Here I have his Fix It grammar. This is what we're using currently. This is the student book, and it's been working very well with my kid. He's doing very well. I noticed lately that it's getting a little bit more complicated, and that is the reason I decided to just continue with this one. I know that some people, because they did the old edition and they thought that that was a little bit more advanced, they decide to jump this book, but there's a benefit on just doing this book, continue in that order, and I will be talking about that later. But I think it's very important. It's been working very well for us, and I think it's really important. So I have Fix It grammar here. Let me just have this in here as well. We have in here his writing program. This is All Things Fun and Fascinating, and sorry that the light keeps going on and off. I think that's my camera, but we are doing All Things Fun and Fascinating. It's a writing program that is working very well. It's still from IW, the Institute for Excellence in Writing. It's the same company for Fix It grammar, and he's been working really good with this program, and I will continue with them. Next one, I am talking in here about math. This is Simply Good and Beautiful Math. This is 3, level 3. He's been working very well. We are almost half, if not reaching the half already, about to. And he's been working very well with this program. I have no problem. He likes how colorful it is. He likes the activities, and he enjoys very well this program. Next one I have is his math notebook. Sometimes I have him do the problems with the dry erase board, and sometimes I just have him doing it here in his notebook. We haven't used it that much, but depends on the problem. If I see that he's having a little bit of issues when it comes to organizing stuff, if you notice, that's the benefit of the graphic notebook. It's very important, so I just have him copy the stuff in here, and that's how we use this notebook. Next one we have in here is pen time. I have in here pen time 1. This is book 2. Actually, this is book 2, and he hasn't started this yet, but it's a program that we really like. Let me just show you the one that he's using currently, and it's pen time book 1. It's a very thin book, is for manuscript. I have a flip through the pages. If you would like to see that, I will leave that link in the description box for you guys. But if you notice, he's been working with his manuscript in here. It's a very simple book. They can go sometimes inside the letters, so that is very important. It's very simple, not too much fluff in it. A few piles in here, but nothing else. He's doing as well currently cursive, so I would like to show you that. Here is his cursive. This is pen time 3. What I like about this book again is that he can go inside the book, inside the letter, sorry, and it's just easy for them to be able to then grasp on the shape and the form of the letter that they are going to be working with. So he's been doing really good with this program for cursive. It is a Christian book. It has some Bible verses in here, and I just like it. He's been enjoying it very well, and he's been working very well with this book. So I have a flip through the pages. If you would like to see more of these, you can just check that video out. As well, I have in here Story of the World. This is from the Middle Ages, from the fall of Rome to the rise of the Renaissance. This is from the Well Trained Mind, for the Well Trained Mind. That's the company. He's been working very well with it. We continue working with it, even though we are doing America's Story from Master Books. We're working with both of them because this is giving him the view of the world, while America's Story is the story of America. And I just been working with both of them, so we continue working with these and the activity book as well. As well, I have in here, and let me just add them there so we can speed because the video is taking long. It's America's Story. This is the one that we're using as well currently. So we're using a few programs. I am missing in here History Alive that we sometimes use, and I will explain eventually how I use these programs. But we are using America's Story. We are using the teacher guide as well, and it's been working very well for us. We like the stories, and so far working really good. Next thing that I have in here is his timeline. We are working very slow with the timeline, but this is the notebook that we're using. This is from a School Nest, so it's just a simple book for his timeline, and I have a flip through the pages as well of this if you would like to check that out. But this is how it looks, and just has the years in there, and they can just add those pictures from the timeline. As well, from School Nest, I am purchased this notebook, and this is a history notebook. He's been doing his narration in here with his drawings, and it's been working very well with him. That's something that he really likes and enjoys. Okay, and I take advantage to correct that spelling if you notice there. Hint, if you want to have them work with doing narration, writing, and at the same time spelling, this is the way to do it. Next thing, that I have in here is another book of pen time. This is cursive as well. This is level 4. We haven't started with this one yet. Actually, we did start because it's part geography. So we've been using 3 books, depends. If we are working with one of the states that is in here, so he's been working with this pen time as well, and it's cursive. I don't know if you guys can appreciate that. Okay. The next thing that I have in here is his books for geography. And geography, I don't know much about the 50 states. And let me get closer because I can see the camera going off and on with the light. But here I have the 50 states. And it's a very colorful book, very pretty. That's something that I like. It's funny as well. He enjoys that as well. It comes with an activity book or workbook, okay? So you have that there. And here we have as well the Spanish book. And this is the book that I am currently using with my kid. And we've been a year and so using this book. This is how it looks. I have a video I will leave in the description box for you guys as well. But what I like is it's a phonetical book. It's kind of like your all about reading, but in a Spanish. It starts from the beginning, from the vowels. And let me just show you that. No, I am not being paid by this company. This commercial is completely free. I am doing it because it's a book that I used when I was little to practice our reading. I speak Spanish. That's my first language. So my son speaks English, but I am starting to teach him Spanish. And we start from the beginning. I start with him from the beginning, from the vowels, from the root. And I have a video that explains that, so I will not talk anymore about that, so you guys can check that video. But this is the book that we're using, okay? It's Nuestra Cartilla Fonética, and it's from Puerto Rico because I am Puerto Rican. Next thing that I will be showing you guys, I have in here. So down here on the second shelf, I will be showing you guys that now. Okay, you guys, so down here on this second shelf, if you can appreciate, I have the All About Reading box, review box, and I have the All About Spelling. It has the word cards, viewfinder, as well as the phonogram cards. So let me just show you a little bit how it looks. So this is how it looks. So you have the phonogram cards, future lessons, phonogram cards review, phonogram cards mastered. You have the same thing for the word cards. And here I have the ones that we have done already, but I like to review them, so I kept some of them in here. The same thing goes for the All About Spelling. You have them in here. It has the phonogram cards, sound cards, key cards, all of those cards in there for him, and that's what we use with our All About Reading, okay? In here as well, I have Good Dogs, these books, Good Dogs, and they're really good if your kid is starting to read. I have a video as well of these. I will leave that link in the description box for you guys, but this is the book that we are currently reading for him for practice, besides the ones from the All About Reading, obviously. So let me just have that in here. Actually, let me put it here. I have more of these Good Dog books. I have as well Hank Zipser. This is a book that is really good if your kid is dyslexic. It's a really good book. I purchased this one at Ollie's. But if you notice, the print is a really good print for them to read. It's not a very small print. That is the good thing about this book. Besides that, it's really funny. And my son enjoys this book as well. I purchased this one. We haven't started this one yet, but it's a Stuart Little, and this is a book that we've been using. This is for E.B. White. We are going to be reading this eventually, so that's why we have it right there. We are having in here the one and only Bob, and we have as well the one and only Ivan, and I have it here. We haven't started these books yet, but we are eventually going to be reading these books, and that is the reason why I have them here in the cart. We start already with Pax. So we start already with Pax. This is one that we are reading. We are currently here. So let me just look in here. We are currently on chapter 14. That's the chapter that we are currently reading. I have as well his All About Reading books in here, if you can appreciate that there. I have his All About Reading books. All the history books I have here. So let me just get some of them already so you guys can see. Sorry that you can see half of my face in here. But I have what was the age of exploration. I have in here Pedro's journal, which we already finished. We're currently reading this one, what was the age of exploration. And I like these books because it has just pictures as well. Let me just show you guys. It has some good pictures as well. And it has a good material here for good conversation as well. With Pedro's journal, it was a very funny book, but at the same time it has material, serious conversation, to create serious conversation about history. That's very important. So I have them in here. I have as well these books that we haven't started reading yet. This is The Light in the Forest. I have as well The Heart of a Chief. Here I continue with Soft Rain, a story of the Cherokee Trail of Tears. I am going to be concentrating as well the history of the Cherokee Indians. That's very important for us. And we have Viking Ships at Sunrise. As well for history, we have in here The Sign of the Beaver, okay, by Elizabeth George Spirit. And we haven't started this book yet, but we are very soon about to. If you notice, we're doing a few books. We already finished Pedro's journal, and we are going to continue. We continue with Pax. We are reading as well, so we are reading a few books at the same time. He enjoys all of them. He likes them. We are doing Good Dog as well. We are reading Good Dog, so we are reading a few books at the same time, but he's been enjoying it, and that's what is important. So I will be showing you guys the last tier in the cart, and I will be showing you guys the games that we have there. Okay, you guys, and you can see me back again, correct? So here I have the Medieval Times. We're using this one with the story of the world for our Fun Fridays. These are the games that we are using for Fridays. On Fridays, we don't use the books, and if we use books, are books that are going with our Fun Friday. So it's books that will help him to have fun. The same happened with the Bible book that you saw earlier about the stickers. It's a book that he used on Fridays, okay? So this is what we're using for stories of the world currently, okay? We do sometimes puzzles for our Bible. We use as well Puppet for multiplication, to review our multiplication. This is something that I like to do because it's fun, and it's just help him review those multiplication, those timetables, okay? We are using this set, and I have a book. I flip through the pages of this book. This is Architecture for Kids. My kid is into creating buildings, creating roads, and all of that. So this is the book that we're using. It's a very colorful book, and it's really good material in here. I suggest you to look to that, flip through the pages that I did in here. And with this book, and this is one of the books that we are using for Fun Friday, because it's just doing sketching, is doing creating his own castle versus cottage, is creating his own drawings of the what he imagines will be a building, but it's giving them the actual definitions and concepts that they need to know, correct? So it's a really good book. I really recommend this book, and I will leave the link in the description box for you guys if you guys are interested. I am using this with this kit. Is the art kit, and this is a, I want to warn you, if you're looking for this, is a pricey, but what I like is that it's teaching him, so he's putting in practice what he's learning with the book. This is given by his grandma. I didn't purchase this. Is like I say, it's really pricey. I am not telling you go and purchase this. Is something that is it's an investment that you're doing, but it's working with my kid. He really enjoys doing this, really enjoys doing this, and he's learning a lot because he's learning with the book, okay? So he's putting in practice what he's learning with the book. Very important. Next thing that we have here is the Charades Kids. I really do like this game. We enjoy this. I think it's very important because they are practicing as well, just to create a visual by them acting out what it says in here. So let me just show you guys that. Let me actually show you guys this. So it comes with these cards right here. You guys can see that. And they throw the dice, and depends on the number. If it's 2, they will just try to act out what it says on number 2. I don't know if you guys can appreciate that well. Okay. And it comes with a few cards. I will say a lot of them. And it has a timer, those sand timers. Let me see if you guys can see that one here. Those sand timers there in the middle. So that is one of the games that we're using currently, and he's been enjoying it as well. I will leave that link in the description box for you guys to check it out. I am using for math as well money bags to just practice his money. Okay, money skills. I am using as well, let me just get it out, Race Across the USA. This is for geography. This is one of the games that we have for geography. I have another one that I will show you guys now. Here I have Boggle. We are using Boggle for spelling. It's a good game for spelling. You just shake the game. It comes with a little sand timer. I don't know if you guys can appreciate that there. I have in here his fixed grammar cards, because sometimes I create games with them during Fridays. I have here the state capitals for geography, because I create games with them. There's a bunch of cards in here with the capitals and the states. In here I have fractions. I purchased these at Target. It was like, I think it was $3. And they're magnetic, very important. And I create games with these as well. Here I have Kid Genius. It's just magnetic words here. It says this box contains 220 flippable magnetized words and word fragments. Install them on a fridge, file cabinet, locker, door, cookie sheet, or any other steel surface, and watch the poetry emerge as you arrange them. But I create games with them as well. It's a good practice as well. Oops, everything's falling in here. I have in here, and this is the last game that I have in here, is a Scramble States of America game. This is a really good game. I'm pretty sure you have watched a lot of reviews about these games. A lot of homeschool moms use this game as well. So it's a really good game. It comes with the instructions here. Some maps. Let me just show you guys. It comes with a little storybook, very colorful, as well with the maps for you to find what it says in here, that you need to find the states and the capitals. So right here is 2 set of cards. Ones are blue. I think I mixed them up. Ones are blue and ones are red. So the red ones are just the cards that will tell you what to do, pretty much. And the blue ones are the state ones. And it's a really fun game. I will be talking about this game eventually. Or if you are interested, you can leave me a comment and then I will show you guys. Here I have as well this little boombox. I don't know how to call it. Strips. The name brand is Strips. And we use these when we are going to be listening to music while he's doing his narrations, or when we're listening to any MP3 or any story, that we can just use these and just listen to it. And here as well I have the weather cards and some chips that we use for math or all about reading when we do the spelling program. And in here I have more little sponges that we use with his writing or spelling programs, these little coins, counting coins as well for math. And you guys, I think that's all. I just wanted to show you guys what I have in my 3-tier cart. I know it was a lot, but that's what I carry there every day with my kid. I have it ready there for when we are going to be doing homeschool here at home, or when we're going to be doing car schooling, it's easy for me to grab it. Okay, you guys, so that is all I have in my cart. I have everything in here ready for me to grab and go because I work outside and I like to have things ready for me, everything that is easy for him to grab and for me to grab, because we do obviously car schooling and homeschool here at home. So it's easy for me to be able to do things if I have everything visible and I can just grab them and go. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it give you ideas. All the materials that I have in here that I mentioned, I will have them in the description box for you guys, those links if you are interested as well. I will just leave those links for these videos that I just talked about where I do those flip through the pages. If you would like to look at them, they will be in the description box for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, if this information was valuable for you, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you then. Bye-bye.